Hello everybody. So today we are going to explain more about dog shows. So very often we have customers ask us, we don't need a show dog, we just want to have a pet dog. Sometimes we also have customers that says, we don't need pedigree dogs, we just want a normal pet dog. So today we will go deeper into what is the point of having pedigree dogs and why do we show our dogs. Of course, there's many reasons why would someone bring a dog to participate in the dog shows. Some of us are just having fun, bringing our dogs to let the judge evaluate on the quality, or also see where our dog stands in the Singapore dog show. But the main purpose of having kennel clubs in every country and having dog shows is actually to evaluate the quality of the breeding stock in order to maintain the integrity of the breed. So basically, if we are having a good awarded show dog, or if the judge gave you awards, championship and things like that, they are basically telling you that you have been preserving the bloodline well, and they can be bred for the purpose of preserving the bloodlines. In a very simple way of saying is actually having this kind of kennel clubs around and dog show is to provide a platform for breeders to look into the breed standards. So every breed has their breed standards. The reason why is the preservation of the breed itself. So the idea is that, let's say in 500 years later, if there is no kennel clubs around, there is no dog shows around, maybe a Dachshund would become a long-legged dog, or a big dog will become a small dog, or a small dog will become a big-sized dog, and there won't be a standard, as well as some breeds might also get extinct. And of course, there is more to it: the personality of every breed, the working type, what do they do for work, and the reason why they are preserved as they should be. So I think up to here you would roughly understand the idea behind it. Every dog should have a proportion to follow, a size to follow, movement that they're supposed to achieve, personality that they're supposed to have, and things like that. So we go back into the customer point of view, where many will think that, I don't need a show dog, I just want a pet dog, that kind of question. So personally, the main reason why we are so into show dogs and why we invest a lot of money, time and effort to groom our show dogs, to find the best bloodlines in the world and things like that. Our first priority is actually the genetic health of the bloodline. Follow on is the temperament of the dog. We are very particular about the temperament of the dog. Is that so dogs that are over aggressive, if they are biting the judge or they are biting dogs in the ring, they will be disqualified. And for us, we will never want to have, for example, a very aggressive dog in our bloodline. Then follow on will be the structure and proportion of the dog. To have good structural health is also very important. So usually when you reach this point, right, many will ask, is show dog really healthier? Is pedigree dogs more healthy than non-pedigree dogs? So then for this question, I would need to explain a little bit about the pedigree certified dogs and what's the purpose of this pedigree. In a pedigree, there will be 3 to 4 generations of the upline, meaning you can see the parents, the grandparents' name and kennel. You will be able to search for the breeder, the kennel and the dog. So the purpose of having this upline of 3-4 generation in the pedigree is actually very important for breeders. So in my opinion, there are maybe 2 kinds of breeders. One is a commercial type, which just doesn't really bother us about pedigree or the bloodlines. They are breeding just for commercial sake, so they can do in huge quantities, different colors, different maybe even teacup size or mixed breed, things like that. And the other bunch who cares about pedigree, strong or weak, at least usually these breeders are prideful to their breeding. So when I say prideful, the reason why is that every time we breed our dogs and we register under the pedigree, our name and kennel will be part of this pedigree. And for a breeder to be concerned about the pedigree, the lineage and the bloodline, usually puts a lot of effort in their lineage, breeding combination, and also cares about the health of the dogs and structure and movement and things that are in the breed standard. So how does a pedigree helps a breeder? We usually use this pedigree to be able to study the upline, understand the genetic health and other things such as quality, movement, size, structure, fur condition, blah blah blah. There's many to look at. But the overall main idea is to be able to do selective breeding. Selective breeding meaning if we ever found a dog that has some health condition, we would avoid breeding to let them be cleared out of the lineage. If the dog has bad proportion, bad structure, bad size or anything like that, we will also avoid breeding. So back to the question, is pedigree dogs more healthy? It of course boils down to the pedigree that we have, the breeders and the upline that we have. But of course, yes, if you chose the right breeders and chose the right pedigree, the dogs will be healthier. I would think that is a definite yes. Will they have a better structural health? Is also, for me, is a yes. The overall idea is that people who are concerned about this would have to sacrifice a lot of money, time and effort to search for these lines and bring the dogs to show and find out where they stand. These are things that a prideful breeder would do. So what are the flaws of having a pedigree dog as pets? Probably the only flaw is that it will come with a higher price tag compared to commercial breeders. Maybe you won't be able to find many colors, huge quantities. That are the only downside that I can think of. Maybe you might even need to wait longer for the puppies to be born. Another very important information we find in the pedigree is to avoid inbreeding as well as we will be able to track back if there is any problems in the bloodline and see if it's a line issue or it's a first generation one dog issue. So if it's just the first generation, we will avoid breeding that problem dog. But if it's a line issue, we will have to give up the whole line. So why would one care about having pedigree dogs or show dogs in their lineage? I feel that there is a lot of sacrifice and things behind that we don't see comparing to a commercial breeder. So after learning and hearing more about these dog shows and pedigrees and things like that, will you find a pedigree dog for your next pet, or would you go to a commercial breeder to find a pet, maybe in a lower price tag? So comment below and let me know. Thank you.